How's it going, guys and girls? Hope you guys are having a great week. Alright, so welcome to another What Do We Know So Far video. This one is probably one of my most anticipated RPGs that are coming out in 2015. Can't wait. It is The Witcher 3. So The Witcher 3 is basically an action roleplay game. It's developed by the Polish game developer CD Projekt Red, who I absolutely love. The game is going to be released on May the 19th and it's coming out on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. The Witcher 3 is actually the third game in the series. Its predecessors were obviously The Witcher, which was a PC exclusive, and The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, which was on the Xbox 360. So The Witcher 3 is the first game to actually be available on PlayStation. Now, if many of you have a PS4, a lot of people have been wondering, are they going to bring out The Witcher 1, The Witcher 2 as a collectible pack for PS4? CD Projekt Red have said that they would love to do that, but at the moment there is no set plan for that to happen. Now, I've played The Witcher 1 and I'm currently in the middle of playing The Witcher 2. I want to get this game finished before this game comes out so that I understand the story and the characters. So if you guys are interested and you show enough interest in it, I might very well do a story so far video on The Witcher and The Witcher 2. Please let me know in the comment section below if that is something that you would be really interested in finding out about and you'd like to see on my channel. So the basic story of The Witcher 3, the whole title is called The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's pretty much concluding the story of the main character, a guy called Geralt of Rivia. Now, he's a witcher, basically a monster hunter, sort of a mercenary, and the first and second games really have been about his story and his progression. The Witcher 3 is going to be the concluding part to his main story. There have definitely been talk about future Witcher games after this series. Definitely, I think CD Projekt Red are going to continue the series, but whether they continue on with Geralt or not, that remains to be seen. Basically, the new story sort of surrounds this wild hunt that's happening at the time, and it's basically this sort of army, otherworldly army, that's sort of sweeping across the northern kingdoms and pretty much leaving a bloody trail behind them. And sort of Geralt is they're kind of hunting witches, and Geralt obviously is tasked with stopping this wild hunt from happening and stopping this army. Now, this main story as well, CD Projekt Red have said that they want to really show more of Geralt's character, and you're going to see a lot more of sort of his loved ones, the people that he really cares about. Now, one of the new characters that is going to be available in this game and is also going to be a playable character is a girl called Ciri. She's in the Witcher books. Basically, she's kind of his adopted daughter, so to speak, sort of his ward that he's taken under his wing. And basically, during the story, you are trying to find Ciri. Now, Ciri is this sort of prophesized character that can kind of save the world, and she's got sort of she's an amazing sword fighter that we're told, and she has sort of mythical powers that could very much stop the wild hunt and save, you know, the world that you live in. And we're tasked with trying to find her. Now, during the game, at certain points in the game, we are told that you're going to take over control of Ciri. You won't be able to do this yourself actively. It will be as the story sort of dictates, but that's really cool idea. I like the idea of being able to play as two characters within the story, and I'm told that Ciri is really fun to play with, and that she's pretty much plays a little bit differently to Geralt, so that's going to be really interesting. Now, in terms of the game length, CD Projekt Red have said that there's going to be approximately 100 hours of content within this game. It's going to be an absolutely massive game, somewhere along the lines of Dragon Age Inquisition, if not bigger. 50% of it is going to be the side quest, and 50% of it's actually going to be the main story. 50 hours worth of main story. I can't even imagine that. That's amazing. So I'm so excited about that. It's the first time that the Witcher series has actually gone open world. It's the first completely open world setting for the Witcher. We have been told that the setting that the game is going to be 30 times larger than the previous Witcher games, which were a lot more linear in terms of the story, but it's going to be 30 times larger than that. And we're also told that it's going to be 20 times bigger than the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. 20 times bigger than Skyrim. That boggles my mind. Now, there's going to be a lot of exploration within the world, obviously with it being an open world sort of thing. You can travel between locations either by horseback. In some cases, you have to actually go by sailboat because you're going to different islands and across the seas. And of course, there is going to be a fast travel element in there as well. But the open world, it looks absolutely gorgeous. This game, it looks so beautiful and it just looks amazing. Now, part of that world as well, there's going to be a dynamic day and night system. That we're told the AI as well is going to be very, very realistic and quite ramped up. And also there's going to be a responsive and dynamic environment, so different weather, changeable weather, that kind of thing. Now, we have been told that the day and night cycle is actually going to influence the world that you're in and also your experience of the world. So, for example, the Witcher series are very, very famous for sort of the monsters that exist in the world and you hunting down these monsters and having to really prep for them and do research. For example, if you take on a griffin, you really need to prepare for it. You can't just run in or you will just die. It will just kill you. So we are told that the day and night cycle is going to influence those monsters. So say, for example, a werewolf, for example, would gain more power on the night of a full moon. Certain creatures will appear at night rather than during the day and will be more powerful and that kind of thing. And that's really cool, that element of like exploring and the different dangers that exist, whether you're going at day or at night and that sort of thing. And that sounds really cool. Of course, it is a Witcher game, so similar to the BioWare games, choice is always key, and your choices will really affect the game, the world, the story, and the way that goes. We're told even that your choices not only affect the main story quest, where you're going to have certain points in the storyline where you have to choose what to do, and that's going to affect the direction of the story and also how that world revolves around you and how that story develops, but even right down to the small side quests, even they have a plethora of options that you can choose from in terms of how to complete it, and every outcome is going to be different each time you play it, and you're going to really see those consequences. So I really love that. Now, for those of you that have played The Witcher and The Witcher 2, and you are worried about whether or not your save files and all of those decisions that you made in the first two games are going to be transferable, we are told that there is going to be something in place when the game comes out that is going to let you input those choices that you made, and those will be fed into the world that you create when you load up and boot up that game. Now, I don't know whether it's going to be something similar to the Keep in Dragon Age Inquisition, where it's an online thing where you enter all your decisions online, you save it, and then it basically connects to the internet and downloads that in. I mean, that worked perfectly in Dragon Age Inquisition, so it might be something like that. It might be sort of an opening sort of comic or an opening thing where you have to input choices like it was in Mass Effect 2. Who knows? But that is definitely going to be there, and CD Projekt Red have said that that's going to be something that they are going to implement. So you don't have to worry, guys, if you've played 1 and 2. Probably on all different systems like me. I played Witcher on PC and The Witcher 2 on Xbox 360. So in terms of transferring save files, I'm very much reliant on some kind of online thing. But I can't wait to see how that affects the world that I'm in, which looks amazing. Now, the key thing in this game that looks fantastic is the gameplay. The gameplay looks great. There's a lot of very, very similar things in this game. The combat, for example, a lot of it is pretty much lifted from The Witcher 2. It looks very similar. I love Geralt's combat, to be fair. It's quite heavy. It might feel quite heavy and clunky for a newcomer, but it's really, really fun. Obviously, he has his two swords, and obviously Geralt relies a lot on magic as well, and you sort of implement those within your combat style. Also in terms of his movement as well, seems quite fluid, and it just feels, when you look at the gameplay, it just feels weighty. Now, I haven't played the game and I can't wait to play it, but I can imagine that you feel quite weighty when you're actually fighting, and that looks cool. There's a lot of new game mechanics as well within the game. The Witcher sense has been introduced into the game. Now, pretty much I'm calling this the, the Batman sense, in the effect that it's being used for your role as a hunter, especially where, say, you're tracking a prey or something like that. You'll click on the Witcher sense and you'll be able to actually see their tracks and hunt them down and that sort of thing. It's totally like Batman's detective vision, completely similar in that way, and that's cool. Obviously it makes sense with them having an open world. It helps you obviously be able to find where you need to go and obviously follow through the story, so you don't get lost or confused by where you've been or where you've actually got to go. Obviously the introduction of you know, horses and sailboats, there is actually combat on horseback, which is really cool. I really missed that in Dragon Age, and I would have loved the ability to ride in on horseback and swing my sword. You can do that in The Witcher 3, which is great. There's even combat at sea. I don't know what that's going to be like. I don't know whether it's going to be similar to something like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Who knows? But it's kind of an exciting idea, so it'll be interesting to see where that's going to go. Swimming underwater has been also introduced. Obviously this whole open world exploration, being able to swim underwater, and even the monsters that you fight underwater as well, and being able to fight underwater as well, which is kind of cool. In terms of your weapons, not only now do you have 2 swords and obviously your magic, but you also have the first introduction of a crossbow, which can be used in the middle of combat. There was one footage where they showed Geralt fighting these sort of flying creatures, and he used his crossbow at one point to bring that creature down and then finished him off with a killer move, and it just looked really, really cool. The big thing as well with open world is there's been a lot of work on Geralt's maneuverability and his movement, and there's a lot of parkour that's been really introduced to it. Geralt can now jump, climb, vault over smaller objects. Now we've been told it's not exactly like Assassin's Creed, but it's a bit more similar to what we're used to in the Uncharted series, which is cool because for me, I like the movement in Uncharted, so that should be really cool to see how that actually works. And whether or not it's smooth, we will see. Item creation and potion brewing is still there in the game, and it is very similar to what we're used to, and it is a big part of the game as well. There is going to be customization. You're going to be able to craft armor, weapons, potions, and you know, you'll have a skills tree that you'll be able to go down and decide, you know, what you want to focus on if you want to level up your ability to craft some really truly epic potions, which in a fight can be really useful. One of the things that I love about the Witcher games is they are challenging. Just like Dragon Age Inquisition, the enemies and the monsters do not level up with you as you go through. You might go into an area and the monsters might be significantly higher level than you. You've done no research, and in the first time they will just kill you. But then part of the fun is then having to go away, research those creatures, have to level up, gain certain abilities so that you can pretty much go back and just kick ass. And I can't wait for that. I love games that do that sort of thing. I've always find games where the enemies level with you, it never feels like you've truly leveled up or achieved it, because it always feels the same because they level with you. So I like the challenge of having that. I love that in Dragon Age Inquisition, where you just go into there and just be a dragon and it would just kill you in one hit. I love that. So I like the fact that that's still in The Witcher 3, which is awesome. One of the biggest things about this game as well, though, is not only is it a massive game with 100+ hours worth of gameplay, CD Projekt Red, in my opinion, are one of the best developers out there, and they really understand gamers, and they're just awesome guys. They're just gamers. And basically they have said, the co-founder of CD Projekt Red, a great guy called Marcin Iwinski, he's actually said there's going to be free DLC. The Witcher 3 will not have a season pass. There are going to be 16 DLCs in packs of 2. And they are going to be completely free, which I think is a fantastic statement for CD Projekt Red to make. They have said if they're going to charge for any DLC content, it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be 10+ hours worth of gameplay. It's going to be story, and hell, I would be willing to pay that. So the fact that they're offering free DLC and really getting gamers and understanding how many of us are getting frustrated with the whole bullshit behind season passes. The most recent stuff for me, like for example on Destiny and the Dark Below being £20, the season pass being £35 in the UK and $35 in America, is just absolutely ridiculous, and I refuse to buy that shit. I really do. So the fact that CD Projekt are offering free DLC, they're not doing a season pass, to me is just brilliant. It's just fantastic. So The Witcher 3, it's coming out on the 19th of May. I can't wait for this game. I'm so excited. I really felt I was going to be all sort of RPG'd out after Dragon Age Inquisition, but given how amazing Dragon Age Inquisition is, it's got me more excited for The Witcher 3, which I think is going to be an epic game, and it's going to be one of the contenders in 2015 for Game of the Year. Absolutely. So are you guys excited about The Witcher 3? Are you looking forward to it? Are you pre-ordering this game? Are you going to buy it? Have you played any previous Witcher games, and what did you like about them? Alright guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Thanks so much for tuning in to check out this video. Hope you guys have a great week anyway. Take care. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, please guys, to always show your support. I'm on 704 subscribers. I can't believe it. I'm blown away by all of your support. So thank you so much. I'm really hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I have decided if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a free giveaway. I'm going to do some kind of competition. I'm going to do some really awesome things just to thank you guys for sticking by me and just being pretty much epic subscribers and just being great. So thank you so much. Alright guys and girls, take care, and as always guys, happy gaming. Yeah. The game is going to be released on May the 19th, and it's coming out on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. The Witcher 3 is actually the third game in the series. Its predecessors were obviously The Witcher, which was a PC exclusive, and The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, which was on the Xbox 360. So The Witcher 3 is the first game to actually be available on PlayStation. Now, if many of you have a PS4, a lot of people have been wondering, are they going to bring out The Witcher 1, The Witcher 2 as a collectible pack? How's it going guys and girls? Hope you guys are having a great week. Alright, so welcome to another What Do We Know So Far video. This one is probably one of my most anticipated RPGs that are coming out in 2015. Can't wait. It is The Witcher 3. So The Witcher 3 is basically an action role-play game. It's developed by the Polish game developer CD Projekt Red, who I absolutely love to see on my channel. So the basic story of The Witcher 3, the whole title is called The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's pretty much concluding the story of the main character, a guy called Geralt of Rivia. Now he's a witcher, basically a monster hunter, sort of a mercenary, and the first and second games really have been about his story and his progression. The Witcher 3 is going to be the concluding part to his main story. There have definitely been talk about future Witcher games after this series, a pack for PS4. CD Projekt Red have said that they would love to do that, but at the moment there is no set plan for that to happen. Now, I've played The Witcher 1 and I'm currently in the middle of playing The Witcher 2. I want to get this game finished before this game comes out so that I understand the story and the characters. So if you guys are interested and you show enough interest in it, I might very well do a story so far video on The Witcher and The Witcher 2. Please let me know in the comment section below if that is something that you would be really interested in finding out about and you'd like. Definitely I think CD Projekt Red are going to continue the series, but whether they continue on with Geralt or not, that remains to be seen. Basically the new story sort of surrounds this wild hunt that's happening at the time, and it's basically this sort of army, otherworldly army, that's sort of sweeping across the northern kingdoms and pretty much leaving a bloody trail behind them. And sort of Geralt is they're kind of hunting witches, and Geralt obviously is tasked with stopping